Kai Cenat has been under fire because of a certain clip that's circulated in the internet today. And I'm not gonna lie, on this channel, I've been kind of viewed as a Kai Cenat defender. One might even say a Kai Cenat glazer. But I can't really defend him on this one, man. I ain't gonna lie. This is not something that I don't think I should defend him. So you might be asking, what happened? What happened, souls? Why should Kai Cenat be held under the fire? And I will say this. This is not a cancel Kai Cenat clip. This is not a deplatform Kai Cenat clip. I am definitely for people make mistakes. People are allowed to make mistakes and learn from them. Like, that is just my thing. Especially if it's, I can't even say it's nothing crazy, because this is crazy. But, you know, people make mistakes, and if you show genuine growth, and that'll get into the neon topic later as well. Don't really have a problem with it. But there is a clip circulating the internet today of Kai Cenat knocking on a door. Someone is clearly on the other side of the door. Someone is clearly in the bathroom. And it is Rakai on the other side of it. Okay. So Rakai is they're like knocking on the door. I think it's Kai, Dez, and maybe Ty Lil. I don't know. I don't want to put it because the footage is low-key deleted now. But yeah, they're knocking on the door. Boom, 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 boom. Let us in, let us in. Rakai said, yo, chill. They bust through the door. Rakai is on the toilet seat with his pants down. And then I think he drops his phone, and they check his phone, and he's on like a porn website. It wasn't Pornhub. I think it was like X videos. I shouldn't know that. But then they're like, yo, this motherfucker wildin'.
Rakai. Open it.
Nigga, I'm picking a shit.
Oh! You got napkins.
Nigga, shit, bro. Whoa.
No, you. Alright, is this shit in the toilet? Nigga,
It's just, the Rakai content is weird to me, chat. I'ma just, first of all, this is kind of violating if this isn't a skit, and even if it is a skit, this is definitely violating. Motherfucker was definitely taking a shit. I don't give a fuck if I'm watching porn or not. If I'm taking a shit, if I'm using the bathroom, y'all leave me the fuck alone. You know what I'm saying? Let alone a minor. You know what I'm saying? Being involved. It was just a weird clip, you know? And then seeing what the scenario was and posting it on social media when the content was offline, bro, like, listen, if this shit happened live, it would definitely be blowing up even more. But I'm not gonna lie, it kind of makes it worse the fact that it wasn't live. You know what I'm saying? Because if it was live, I could have threw them the bell. Oh, you, even that is kind of like, you didn't know what Rakai was doing, like, it, you know. But the situation playing out the way that it played out, and then you go on social media and post it, that is kind of crazy. That is crazy. Because you know for a fact you recorded that video. You might have even went to CapCut, edited it, went on Twitter, went on Instagram, or wherever the fuck you posted it and still posted it. That's crazy. That's crazy. Right? But this is not the first time that Rakai has been in trouble for doing essentially grown shit. And I'm not gonna lie, this is also not the first time that Kai and friends have been in trouble because of the fact that they're doing grown shit with Rakai around. So this is another clip from a couple weeks ago now. This was on February 28th. So Rakai, I believe Tyler was not in the house. Right? But Rakai apparently hosted a party at Talil's house. I don't know if it was a skit, but I did see a clip of like Talil didn't know about it. Rakai's right here. Okay. And then I don't know if any of these motherfuckers are actually over it. I don't know people's ages, but essentially if we play out the clip, Rakai's getting twerked on. Okay? That's essentially the clip. That's the clip that's gone viral. Rakai's getting twerked on. And again, I don't want to make assumptions on people's ages and stuff like that. But my overarching point here, chat, and this even ties into the conversation with Noir and Black Boy Max and Noir being involved with the content. Bro, stop involving minors in your content. Please. Please. Especially if you portray yourself as a grown-up doing grown-up things, stop putting minors in your content. Please. Shit is getting weird. Shit is getting weird. Minors are being put in situations that they shouldn't be. You are showing people of a minor being in situations that they shouldn't be in. It's getting weird now. You know what I'm saying? Cringe Poppy says, wrong time to call you baby. It's getting weird. It's always been weird. Listen, the internet is a very, very weird place, okay? And I will say this every single time I say this, because this is always the go-to comment of people. I'm not saying to police your content to the point where no kid can watch it. Because you can't, okay? Right? If I'm streaming right now and there's 90 people in here, shout out to the 90 in the building, I cannot tell what y'all ages are, right? There could be 10 9-year-olds watching this stream right now, and I just can't tell. But I'm a person that talks about adult-like things, right? And I'm going to continue to talk about adult-like things, adult matters, in the way that I do. However, the one thing I can help in this scenario is not letting kids in my content. Not letting kids be a part of the content. That is the one thing I can control. That is the one thing y'all should hold me accountable for. So when I hear stories of Black Boy Max, trusting Noir to speak on his behalf, when Noir is like a 14, 15-year-old kid that don't live in this country. And, the bigger point is him being 14, 15 years old, not really the fact that he doesn't live in this country. Like, that's weird. What are we doing? He's like a lead Discord mod in your shit and all these different things. Like, what are we doing? With Rakai, I understand, like, a lot of the content was wholesome, doing the Mafia-thon and things of that nature. So a majority of the content isn't problematic. However, putting kids in your content is one of those things where it ain't problematic till it's problematic, and you're going to regret it. You're going to regret it. And I'm going to keep it a buck. A lot of these things have been light in the grand scheme of things. But if it ever gets to a point where that, where the minor you're talking about gets into a sticky situation that for a fact they shouldn't have been in, for a fact shouldn't have never happened to him, you are going to look at yourself and say, damn, what the fuck was I even doing involving minors in my content in this fashion? That's just what it's going to be. That's just what it's going to be. That's just what it's going to be. Especially if you literally portray to people that you don't make content for kids. Because the only time I think it's acceptable, and even then, I still wouldn't do it because of how problematic family vlogging is and all these different stories. I still wouldn't do it. But the only time it's really acceptable to me is if you're deliberately doing content for kids, right? Your content from a packaging perspective is clearly for kids. The material and the actual things that you're doing in the video are clearly for kids. Then I don't really have a problem with it. But then even that, like, I ain't gonna lie. I literally saw a documentary this weekend, chat, of a YouTuber who reached the height of YouTube, making family vlog content. She was a part of a Mormon family in Utah. Long story short, the clout got to her. You know what I'm saying? That the whole clip first, content first mentality got to her. And it spiraled down into her literally abusing her kids. Literally abusing her kids. Talking about haven't eaten for days, got fucking marks on their arms. You know what I'm saying? It became a real thing. She's in jail for like 30 years now. Like that's the type of crazy I'm talking about. I understand that's such a crazy rabbit hole to go into, but that's what I saw. And these are the things that happen when we allow shit like this to just trickle down, because it's okay here, it's okay there, it's okay there. And then it trickles down to becoming this thing that problematic, extremely problematic things happen that could have just been avoided in the first place if we just took the right precautions. You know what I'm saying? Qpoc said, Kaya stated many times that he doesn't make content for kids, so him hanging out with Rakai is weird to me. I think that's weird. I think that's weird. I think that's very weird. The only time I've really defended Kai for making contents with kids was I believe he did a vlog with Northwest at a birthday party. Like, you know, for Northwest birthday party, he wanted Kai Cenat to come through. Right? And I will say people were kind of dragging that situation, talking about what is Kai doing hanging out with little girls, like on some insinuating he's a pedo type shit. But, you know, that situation was definitely like a very, very controlled environment. It was a one-off situation for a couple of hours that probably isn't going to happen again. Like, that's not a regular occurring thing. But the thing going on with Rakai is definitely different from that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm a little harsher on it. Yeah, Kim Kardashian, the mother of the child, was there the whole time. You know what I'm saying? So don't bring that up. I know the counter arguments are coming. But yeah. Like I said, this is not a deplatform Kai situation. This is more of a, bro, y'all gotta watch out. Y'all gotta watch out, because y'all are playing with fire. I'm not gonna lie. Y'all are playing with fire with Rakai. Y'all really are. Y'all really are.